This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Facebook. This will be an update video for my previous analysis on June 30th, so I have about a month's worth of price action to discuss. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos. It means a lot. Just a reminder that I have no positions in this company, so I'll give an unbiased viewpoint. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see on the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking over the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put a vertical line where I left off in my video last month. It was June 30th, which is right here. And everything after that I will discuss and see if my prediction was right. So looking at the daily chart, we're still in uptrend. We're just pulling back to the EMA and to fill in this gap, and this trend line I will map out soon. So in my analysis, my previous analysis, I said we were going to pull back to the 335 level, and that's exactly what we did, and we took off because we had a little range right here, and price likes to test the breakout at least 90% of the time before continuing higher. So the first channel that I see is this spike up right here, and then we went in a flatter channel, so that's known as a spike in channel. Here is the spike up. It fits pretty nicely, and then it fits nicely here, and then we went flatter because price usually can't sustain itself in the spike, so it tapers off in a flatter channel. And look what we just did. We just came off the higher side of the channel. So every time we come off the higher side, there's a high probability that we're going to come back to the lower side. And that's what most likely we're doing right here. So Facebook is pulling back to the EMA and to fill in this gap that it created right here. I'm going to go ahead and circle that. There's a gap right here. There's no price action in this space. So the price is pulling back to it to fill it up, and even probably pull back further down to the bottom of this channel. If I go just a little further back, you can see that the previous price action was in a range. Facebook was inside of a range. That's what we have here. And then we broke outside of it, usually the same size as the range. Let's just see where this ends up. It's probably going to be to an area where price went sideways or sold off. So right here, people started taking their profits. That's why it went a little sideways and corrected, but then it still continued higher because this trend was strong. So if I were to see another price target for Facebook, it would be this one right here. This would be the first leg up, and then we went in a correction for about August 2020 to about March 2021. So that's like what, give or take 10 months, 10 to 11 months. And now the price looks like it wants to reach this 409 level. Let me just make sure I did that right. This is the first leg up. Then we were in correction, and this is the bottom of the correction before we moved up. And look what happened here. See how we trended up and then we went sideways and we broke out with the prevailing trend. That's usually what happens. So if I were to put a horizontal line at the target, 414, so give or take about a few dollars, this is the target that price is trying to reach. Most likely it will reach it. We just have to wait. It might take a few more months. And if we were to do a percentage gain from the price currently, that would be a 15% gain. So that's pretty much everything I see in the daily chart. What Facebook is currently doing right now is pulling back to the lower side of the channel, or even might break it before continuing higher. But I believe we will continue higher, and this is the target that Facebook could reach. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these drawing tools on the daily chart and show you guys the weekly chart. So there's nothing really to say much about the weekly chart except that we're extended away from the EMA, just like what happened right around here. Let me get rid of the ads. Right here, I'll give a circle. So look what happened when we got super extended from the EMA. We pulled back to it. Price was far away from the EMA for a couple of weeks before pulling back. Now we haven't been to the EMA in a while. So this red candle could be the one that signals the pullback all the way to the EMA, and that would be a big drop. And it looks like it could, because it looks like price broke out of this 325 level and we could come back to test it again like we did before. However, I still see the same target that price is trying to reach. If it finds too much resistance, we won't reach it, but there's a high probability that we will reach it. And I'm going to put a horizontal line. There you go. And previously, Facebook was, let me zoom in a little bit, in this channel right here. That channel fits really nicely. It's probably a little more than that. I think that's the highs right there. These are the lows right there. I mean, it doesn't really matter what's going on right now, but I just want to show you guys how this works. So this is the uptrend channel. The midline was acting as resistance. We couldn't break through it. Then we broke through it. We came back off the high side. We came back on the low side, found support, broke on this side of the channel, which will lead to a break on the opposite side of the channel, which we got right here. And then we finally made a couple legs up to a new high and then sold off. Right when we hit that high of 220, price sold off. That's expected. So now we're in a new uptrend, and we just had a break outside and a move to a new high, and we're still going higher though, so it looks like we'll make 2 legs up to that target. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised on what you could learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time. Bye.